Right now at noon, the Kansas Attorney General responds to the early release of a man sentenced in the missing Welch girls case.
And it is warm, it is muggy outside with plentiful sunshine, and that's going to help fuel a few changes as we head into the evening. We'll talk about that coming up.
And a pandemic-era immigration policy is set to end in a matter of days, and officials are bracing at the border.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Kansas Attorney General says he cannot prevent the man convicted for the murders of 2 Oklahoma girls from an early prison release. This is KOAM News at Noon. I'm Tanya Bach. In 2020, Ronnie Busick pleaded guilty in the disappearance of Laura Bible and Ashley Freeman. According to the Oklahoma Department of Corrections, Busick is set to be released on May 19th of this year. Busick was sentenced to 10 years in prison with 5 years probation. He pleaded guilty to accessory to murder for the disappearance of the girls and the deaths of Danny and Kathy Freeman in Welch, Oklahoma. Now, Busick was one of 3 individuals accused in the 1999 murder case and was originally charged in 2018. After his release, Busick will have 5 years probation with 1 year under supervision. After Busick's early release was announced, we reached out to Laura Bible's mother, who has never given up the search for the 2 girls. Lisa Bible Broderick says she felt like the wind was just knocked out of her again. The Kansas Attorney General, Ginter Drummond, responded to the victims' families in an email agreeing that the murders of Laura Bible and Ashley Freeman and the murders of Danny and Kathy Freeman were horrific and deserving of the harshest punishment allowed by law. Now, Drummond says neither he nor the District Attorney General possess the legal authority to delay Busick's release from prison. But he goes on to say, quote, "Your families will remain in my thoughts. Please know that I am inspired by your fight to seek justice for your loved ones." You can read the complete response from the AG on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, we've got a muggy Monday. Chris Warner joins us with a first look at the forecast.
It's been pretty darn muggy and pretty warm outside, and we're not done warming up just yet. Taking a look at our camera at 7th and Rangeline, there are a few stray clouds out there, but otherwise we've got a lot of sunshine across the area. Taking a look at the MoDOT camera at 20th and Rangeline, plenty of lunchtime traffic. In fact, it feels like there's a little more than usual. Must be pretty hungry on this warm day, or maybe you're looking for a good beverage at this time of day, especially with how warm it is. All right, KDOT camera, 69 and 400. We are looking good as well. Sunny. That pavement is quite warm, though, because it is toasty. Now, I want to show you the Skywatch Storm Tracker. Right now, there is nothing on it, but here in the next few hours, that is very likely to change. Yesterday, started the day at 68, so above where we should be, and we made it up to 85, which is, 11 degrees warmer than where we should be. So, and check this out. That's not far off of a record for us, and that's, again, what we're looking at as we head through today in terms of our temperatures. We are sitting at 77 in Iola, 81 Chanute, Parsons, Oswego, 82 Neodesha, Miami, 81 Neosho, 79 Pittsburgh, 81 in Joplin, 80 in Carthage, so a very warm day. Here's what we're keeping an eye on. We've got those scattered thunderstorm chances virtually every day this week. Some of those, including ones today and tomorrow, could be strong to severe, and our temperatures will remain warm, but they'll scale back a bit from where we are now. We'll take a look at the full forecast and break down those thunderstorm chances for you here in just a few more minutes. Tanya?
All right, Mage rallies to a victory Saturday at the scratch-filled 149th Kentucky Derby, bringing his trainer Gustavo Delgado and jockey Javier Castellano their first garland of roses. 2 Phils took the lead shortly after the far turn and appeared to be in winning position in the home stretch. But that's when Mage hit the accelerator, surged from the middle of the track to overtake 2 Phils and win by a length. Now, Mage is the grandson of the 2007 Preakness champ Curlin and 2008 Derby winner Big Brown. Mage went off at 15-1, the 8th most popular pick of bettors in the field of 18. Now, if Mage seeks the Triple Crown, his next race will be in Baltimore, where the 148th running of the Preakness is set for May 20th at Pimlico Racecourse. The Belmont Stakes, the final jewel of the horse racing's Holy Trinity, is set for June 10th. The Derby went off under a cloud Saturday at Churchill Downs as 7 horses have died there in the past week. And hours before the race, the favorite to win, Forte, was scratched because of a bruised right foot. Forte was the 5th horse forced to withdraw late from the race. There hadn't been so many Derby scratches since 1936, when 5 entrants pulled out just before the race. Well, the pandemic-era immigration policy that allowed the government to quickly expel migrants at the southern border to slow down the spread of COVID comes to an end this week. Immigration's officials say as Title 42 ends, as many as 10,000 migrants a day could come to the border hoping to make it to America. Nicole D'Antonio is at the White House, where the federal government is preparing for the influx of new arrivals.
1,500 soldiers and Marines will arrive on the southern border this week to help with the expected increase of migrants as Title 42 nears its end. But Texas Governor Greg Abbott says that's not enough. He's ordering a deployment of his own.
Up to 10,000 National Guard members and 1,200 Texas Department of Public Safety troopers.
As many as 10,000 migrants a day are expected to arrive at the border as Title 42 expires at midnight Thursday, putting a strain on border cities.
Thousands of people, it's going to be very devastating. So that is our concern right now.
The Biden administration has been fighting to end Title 42 for some time and says it is prepared for the increased number of migrants. Those preparations include taking steps to deter migrants from coming to the border in the first place. They've increased the number of appointments available on the Border Patrol's app, allowing migrants to schedule a time to arrive at ports of entry. And they are opening processing centers in Latin America so migrants can seek asylum without having to travel to the border.
It's going to take our plan a while to really take hold for people to understand that they can access lawful, safe, orderly pathways before they reach the border.
The U.S. is also increasing the number of flights to deport migrants caught entering the country illegally. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, the White House.
Border Patrol reports it's seen an increase of migrants at the border already, with an average of nearly 8,800 migrant apprehensions over the past 3 days. That's a look at today's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Up next on KOAM News at Noon, a rich display of pageantry and ancient rituals as King Charles III is crowned at Westminster Abbey. And later, we're making buffalo-style deviled eggs in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Coronation weekend is finally wrapping up in the UK. King Charles III was crowned Saturday amid much pomp and circumstance. Imtiaz Tiab has more from the royal day.
The rain and clouds were a blessing, said King Charles of the bad weather. And for those who braved the elements, it was a celebration, albeit a soggy one, which for some got emotional. God save the king! Including for American Stephanie Abdullah.
Most of us grow up on fairy tales about princes and princesses and kings and queens. So it feels like, we've been a part of it, even though we've been a long way away.
Hundreds of thousands filled the streets of London for an up-close look at the royal procession, all to catch a glimpse of the newly crowned monarch and his queen. Still, recent polling has found 18 to 24-year-olds in Britain were the least likely to support the royal family. But this group of friends from the north of England feel differently.
What made you come out today?
My grandma's seen 3 coronations now, and I know she'll be watching back up north, the north of England, so I wanted to come down, send her some videos, make her proud.
Maybe once in a lifetime opportunity. That's the reason why we wanted to come, and it's fantastic.
In short, God save the king.
Yeah, God save the king.
God save the king.
But not all feel that way. Around 2,000 anti-monarchy protesters gathered along the procession route.
The economy's falling apart and the public services are awful, and we need to invest in that and not in Charles and his big party.
Across the UK, those opposed to the monarchy remain a minority. But Charles, as king, will have to work hard to ensure that there will be a future for his family in modern Britain, something his son, Prince William, now the first in line to the throne, is also acutely aware of, as his children George, Charlotte, and Louis steal the spotlight on this historic day. A day which ushers in a new era for this most ancient of institutions. Imtiaz Taib, CBS News, London.
Still to come on the KOAM News at Noon, Mr. Food.
The deviled eggs that we're whipping up today are so good, you better plan on making a double batch. Trust me on this one.
Now we've got a double, even a triple batch of thunderstorm chances through the week, and some of those storms could be strong. We'll talk about those storm chances and the week ahead when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at Noon on this muggy Monday here in the 4 states. It is warm, it is muggy, and it just feels like the middle of June outside, but it's not. We're still in May. We wanted some warmer temperatures, and Mother Nature said, okay, how about I crank up the heat? And we just needed to knock it up a couple of degrees. Regardless, though, we are also setting the stage for thunderstorm chances all the way through Saturday of this week. And as Doug had alluded to, we talked about this last week, there is that possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorms nearly every day this week as well. It's not saying all storms will be strong or severe, but there's that possibility. A couple of them could go rogue. So let's take a look at what we're talking about for thunderstorms this evening. You're probably looking outside. If you're outside right now, you're going, what storms? What are you talking about? Where is this storm? Where's this rain? It's coming back. Taking a look, 6 o'clock this evening, we'll see a few scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two out there, and one or two of these could be on the strong side. And we go later into the evening, and this is what's interesting about this evening storms is initially they are moving from east to west. And, you know, traditionally here, they move west to east, but that's not going to be the case. So these scattered storms move off to the southwest. We'll still have a few of them in northeast Oklahoma, some scattered showers working into southwest Missouri. Then we go to 11 o'clock tonight, and this is our best chance for some strong, possibly severe thunderstorms in the area, is right around 11 or so with this batch. It's right along the Kansas-Oklahoma border and just creeping into southwest Missouri, and this will kind of roll off quickly to the northeast as things start to switch back the right direction. And during that time between about 11 and 2 a.m., some strong to severe thunderstorms could be possible. We'll have some additional showers overnight, and as we head towards sunrise tomorrow, we're going to be cloudy, but we'll be dry. But we get a little further into Tuesday morning, additional showers begin to develop across the area. And initially, throughout the morning and into the early afternoon hours, we'll see scattered showers and maybe a couple of thunderstorms. It won't be until the evening that we're watching for more development of organized thunderstorm activity, and still kicking off right around the Highway 54 corridor from Stockton, Nevada, Fort Scott, Chanute, all the way back to Yates Center. As this moves off to the south, here we are an hour later, these storms are going to enter an environment where they could potentially intensify quickly and bring us another opportunity for strong, possibly severe thunderstorms across the area. They'll continue through 7, 8 o'clock, still some thunderstorms out there, and then they'll eventually roll south of the area as well. Then we'll go into our Wednesday. We're going to start again, cloudy, dry, and by late morning, additional showers and scattered thunderstorms will be possible. And there's the possibility one or two of these could be strong as well as we go through Wednesday. Wednesday's looking also like our best opportunity for essentially all-day rain. And then we'll go into Thursday early morning, and we're kicking it off with additional thunderstorm chances. So in the few seconds we have left here, our tornado threat today, very low, but we do have the elevated hail risk in yellow and a lower end hail risk in the brown, and then just barely clipping our eastern counties, an elevated wind risk. And here's what we're looking at for the rest of the week. Here's what that looks like. We've got that slight risk in yellow for today. We have another slight risk for severe thunderstorms tomorrow in this yellow, and then a strong thunderstorm chance of just barely clipping our western counties. Rain chances, of course, are going to pick up, and they'll be scattered throughout the day. So we are just about out of time, believe it or not, for the weather forecast. So here's what I'm going to do for you. We know it's hot. We know it's muggy. Let's talk about the rest of the week real quick. We got the scattered thunderstorm chances all the way through Saturday. Again, possibilities for strong thunderstorms out there. Temperatures upper 70s, lower 80s, and lows into the 60s. So we just have a lot to talk about in terms of our thunderstorm chances here. So that's why we wanted to go into what we're going to see, and that's just over the next 3 to 4 days, let alone all the way through Saturday.
All right, well, there you go. We've got some warm temperatures on there, that's for sure.
We certainly do, and those thunderstorm chances, we need the rain, just not the severe weather.
That's true. Let's keep it calm. All right, thanks, Chris. Well, stick around. We're making buffalo-style deviled eggs after the break. This ain't your mama's deviled egg recipe. Howard gives it a buffalo-style twist in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Ever since the first buffalo wings were created, way back in 1964, at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, America has adopted the combo of wing sauce and blue cheese on just about everything. So today, we're making deviled eggs with a buffalo-style twist. As typical, we start out by cooking some eggs, and once they're hard-boiled, we drain them, shock them with some ice, which will help them peel easier, and remove the shells. After they're peeled, we cut each egg in half lengthwise and remove the yolks, like this. Now we mash them with a fork until they're super smooth. To that, we add some blue cheese dressing and a bit of buffalo wing sauce. Once this is all mixed well, we spoon or pipe it into each half of the egg until all the filling is used up. Some crumbled blue cheese goes on top and they're ready to serve. Just wait until everyone goes nuts when you set out a platter of these fun change of pace favorites. And so you don't miss out on all the oohs and ahs, all you have to do is visit our website and get the recipe for what we call buffalo-style deviled eggs. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a wing-dinger of a way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
I love buffalo sauce, so this is my recipe. You can find this one along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at our 4 state market prices.
Oh, we've still got the muggy conditions today. Temperatures mid to upper 80s, maybe even some 90s. And we're watching the possibility of some strong, maybe severe thunderstorms this evening into the late evening hours. And then again, as we head into tomorrow evening, and we've got more thunderstorm chances all the way through Saturday. So temperatures upper 70s, lower 80s. Like I said, it's not that the rain is bad. We absolutely need this rain. We just don't need the severe storms to go with it.
And I'm not a big fan of the mugginess out there.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
It like requires you to wear like moisture wicking undergarments.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thanks, Chris. Well, coming up tonight at 5, a new survey sounds the alarm about worries among young children. In Health Watch, more on how the pandemic may have fueled anxiety for young people and what parents can do about it. Plus, the family of the missing Labette County man Dakota Patton speaks out as the search continues. And Missouri celebrates Local Government Week as Joplin employees show gratitude and appreciation through art chalk. Join us for those stories and much more tonight on the KOAM News at 5.
And we want to thank you for joining us for the KOAM News at Noon.
The rest of the team will see you right back here at 5 o'clock.